Catfishing is when somebody on social media uses a fake account to start, I guess, a relationship with somebody else.
It's like a people, they put different name and they try to catch the girls or the boys, something like that.
News: a house of horrors in southwest Detroit. 3 women have been rescued from a sex trafficking ring. Let's get right.
Meeting strangers online is very dangerous.
Catfishing is someone who creates a fake online identity to meet others through social media.
I had been catfished. I think I was in 10th grade, and it was this girl that I was following on Twitter and Instagram, and she was portraying to be someone that she isn't, and she didn't look like how she looked on social media.
No, I haven't been catfished, but I have catfished a few people. It's fun sometimes.
Catfishing in and of itself is not necessarily a chargeable crime, okay? It's just a poor choice, and that's why we need to make sure that we're being very careful with who we are meeting online.
Who is that?
I just tried to hang up on him.
Can we get rid of this person?
I don't know.
No, of course I didn't think about their feelings because I only thought about me and the fun of me doing this and messing with them. And I mean, it wasn't a big deal to me, so why would it? I didn't think like that. I'm a child. I don't think that way.
Why do they catfish other teens? Sometimes it's just because they think it's fun, right? Unfortunately, a lot of teens don't look at the broader spectrum of what's going on. And
I could protect myself from people who try to portray themselves as somebody else by probably like asking my friends if they know the person.
the kids just like to mess with other kids because they can.
Nationally, some cases of catfishing have led to sex trafficking and dangerous situations for teens.
Out and attempting to rescue these juveniles that in most cases are being prostituted by pimps.
Police say it's a growing problem. More and more juveniles being forced, tricked, and threatened into sex trafficking.
1 out of 30 Thurston students have been catfished by somebody. If you do the math, 36 of the 1,100 kids in Thurston have been catfished. 2 out of 30 have catfished somebody else. That's 72 out of the 1,100.
These social media websites give traffickers an easy way to get to know underage girls. Investigators tell me the bad guys are befriending girls online, pretending to be the perfect boyfriend.
This is very bad thing for the kids. They put them in big trouble.
Not so much catfishing, but kids can in fact meet older people online who are the person they say they are, but may still be getting fooled and may still be making poor choices. And I don't want to see them disappear into bad situations, including trafficking or anything else.
14 out of the 30 students in Thurston have texted someone they haven't met in person. That's a little less than half the students in Thurston.
They're smart. They go after young women who are vulnerable and they threaten them.
And before you know it, they're messaging each other back and forth. And then maybe it might take a couple months. The thing about it is they have all the time in the world. So they might take 3 months of just messaging your kid back and forth.
Absolutely. Sex trafficking is a crime that reaches every age. Okay? It does start with young kids. We know that. But to be fair, the ages where people most get involved in sex trafficking are about 12 to 14 years old. And we started talking earlier about how the boy, the groomer, starts making the girls fall in love with them. And if you think back to when you were 12 to 14, you were probably a little less confidence in yourself. And you just wanted that some person to make you feel important and cool, and how awesome is it that this older boy loves them? And they fall into it. And then what happens is once they get into that life, it is very difficult for those victims to get out of that life. So a lot of times they're stuck in it until they're much, much older.